What is up, guys? Tony here with VentureTube. It's been a while, but excited to share this video with you. Got something cool to show you in this box. Company reached out to me and asked to do a review on this product. So they sent it out and I've had it for about an hour now. So let's check it out and see what it is. It's a portable power station made by UDPOWER model C600. This is the box it comes in. And when you open it up, this is how it's packaged. Oh, that was so smooth. There you have it. Nicely packaged. On top here, I'll show you what's in that later. But let's take off this foam and see what we got here. So before I dive into all the details, let me give you a 360-degree view of what this guy looks like. Comes with the UDPOWER 600 user manual. As you can see, you got two AC ports on the front. You have a regulated 12 volt DC here. You have two power delivery port, USB-C, one at 35 watts, 65 watts, two USB-A's at 18 watts. For your solar DC input, you have a normal and eco mode, which I'll touch on, and then your power button here on the left. And you actually have a light on the front. Three modes, low, medium, high. And if you hold down on it, it even has a SOS feature. There's the display. I'll go over that here shortly, but it's actually really easy to see outside or indoors, so I like the information that's on there. But let's look at some of the specs. So again, this is the model C600 by UDPOWER. Comes in at 12.3 pounds. It is 596 watt hours. It's a fairly decent size at 12 pounds, you know, almost 600 watt hours. It's not bad. It does have a pure sine wave inverter that is rated at 1200 watt max. So we'll see if we can get close to that. Maybe I'll run my wife's hair dryer, or I have a couple of other appliances I can run and see if we can get close to that 1200 watt mark. The USB-A's, like I just touched on, that's 5 volts at 3 amps. The car cigarette lighter, which it comes with, that's rated at 10 amps. The input voltages, you can have 28 volts input with 240 watt max on your solar. So this won't necessarily work with my solar panel, my LG panel that I have mounted on my camper shell, but it will work probably with my other portable jackery. We'll test that out here soon. Again, it comes with the car charging DC input, 120 watt max, and it says the cycle life is at 80% plus capacity after 3,000 cycles. So pretty standard stuff for this size solar generator in this class. I mean, 28 volts input on your solar isn't a lot, but 240 watt max. I mean, it's again not a huge capacity battery, so it shouldn't take too long to charge. But again, 12.3 pounds. As you can see, the manual takes you through all of the buttons that I just basically showed you. I did not talk about the panel. The panel is actually really cool. Okay, so as you can see on this side, this is your input side, this is your output side. So basically you have how many watts are coming in via your AC adapter or your solar. It shows how many watts. You have your battery capacity nicely lit up here in the center. We're at 48%. That's how they ship them. And then again, it'll tell you how many hours it will last based on how many watts you're using, how much power you're using, your load. I find that feature convenient. Again, I have another solar generator. It doesn't have this much information, and this stuff is nice to know, honestly. That is a cool little feature, and as you can see, it automatically times out to save power, and it's one tap of any button up here, and the screen comes back on. And that's the same for all of the switches as well. As you can see above each AC outlet, there's one little small black button. You can tap it one time and it cuts the AC inverter on. Both sides are lit up. Hopefully you guys can see that. And one tap to turn them off. On other solar generators, you may have to hold down the button to turn it on. This is one tap on, one tap off. You could kind of easily accidentally turn your inverter off, but not really a big deal. Again, that's how you turn on and off your AC inverter. Same thing with the center ports here and your DC plug. One tap, it's on. As you can see, there's a small indicator light right here. It says DC. And when you turn on AC, it pops up right here for AC. Can you guys see that? Right here, DC and AC. And also, when you have your AC inverter on, it actually shows you your frequency, 60 hertz for the United States. I'm assuming they're selling this all over the world, so you can change the frequency to 50 hertz if needed. So again, 10 amp regulated 12 volt accessory plug here, your power delivery, USB-C ports right here on the front, and your 2 USB ports along with your solar jack. And I assume this is to be able to run several of these maybe in parallel to each other, which is different. I've never used those before, but it looks like it has those ports. Yeah, so that's number 14, which is a DC 5521 output port, 2-piece. So again, on this screen, this number here on top, that is your remaining charge time. So once you put your input in, this is how long it's going to take to top off your battery to 100%. The lights that aren't shown, it has a warning light if it's overheating for whatever reason. It also gives you a temperature warning, a battery fault notice if something is going on with the battery for whatever reason. And if the battery needs maintenance, it will show a little battery sign with the heart in it, but it's got a lot of built-in safety features for the charging and regulating the voltage on each cell within the battery. So safety is key and priority. Something that I've never seen before on a portable power station is a eco mode. It has a normal mode and a eco mode. So like I said, one touch to turn this display on. If you don't do anything with it, it goes into a hibernation sleep mode after 1 minute. If you put it in eco mode, it does it in 30 seconds. If the generator is turned on, it will automatically shut down if there is no load or operation on it whatsoever for 10 hours. So that's a pretty cool feature. I know I've left my other one on before and it doesn't cut off. So I like that feature that this one will shut itself off, and that's either in normal or eco mode. Again, guys, getting started with it, I like this little light feature. One tap, low, another tap, medium, another tap, high, and it's actually really bright. And as you can see here, we're flashing output, and it's basically saying we're pulling it, we're using 4 watts of power, and we can run for 23.8 hours. That's because we have the DC power on and the AC inverter. If we turn that off, look how much it goes up. Now we're just strictly running these lights for 63.1 hours. But the little lights for camping, or if you have this in the bed of your truck, or yeah, I mean, you could even use this thing on a boat. Obviously, you'd have to be mindful of keeping water out of it, but may have to try that. Let's take a look in this box here. So here's your AC brick. UDPOWER output 24 volts at 5 amps. Plug for the brick, and then it also comes with your 12 volt accessory. That is nice. So if you're traveling in your car, you can plug it into your car, charge up your power station on the way to your destination. And that's it for that box. Okay guys, I think it's time to go test it with a blow dryer and see how she handles it, and see when the fans kick on how loud they are. 503 watts. 566 watts, that's no heat. Go back to low, now warm. Burning will be fun. And then hot. It's running it on hot on low does with high. She's running at 622 watts. And we got a battery error. On the warm setting, it will run it on low and high. On the hot setting, it will not run it on high, but will on the low fan speed setting. Guys, I have snuck into my wife's closet, turned the lights off, and let's just test these lights while we're here. So one click, that's the low setting, another click medium, another click and high. And they slowly kind of ramp up. It's kind of neat. So it's a fairly big walk-in closet, and it lights it up pretty good. And of course, it's sitting on the floor right now. If I were to set it up higher, we can see just fine. Very nice. I really like that feature. All right. So guys, one of the things I use a portable battery bank for is to power my 12-volt fridge. This is I forgot the name of it. Let me turn it around. It's a Yeti Oh My. Kidding, it's a UHomey brand, and I just had a Yeti sticker, so it's a Yeti Oh My. But anyway, again, this is what I power the most off of my portable generators because it sucks buying ice all the time, and these things are so efficient. So let's plug this into the power station and see how she handles it. All right, guys, she's plugged into the fridge. Now let's turn our AC inverter off, and we'll plug her in right here, and we'll turn the DC on. And I heard the fridge come on. Fridge shows 11.3 volts, 75 degrees. It's running in eco mode. Let's take it out of eco mode. Let's put it on max. And let's put the temperature on minus 4 is as low as it'll go. So let's go -4. And again, over here, you can see it's saying that we're pulling 28 watts, 27, 28 watts, bouncing around a little bit. But I love the fact that it shows, hey, you can run this fridge continuously at 26 watts for 9.3 more hours based on 44% capacity left. That is really cool. Now, obviously, the fridge isn't going to run that whole time. Once it gets up to temperature, the compressor will kick off. You're basically pulling no power, but to run the fridge for 9.6 hours at 44% means you could easily do 18 hours on a full battery with the fridge on max mode as low as it'll go. Another thing I use these portable generators for is to charge other batteries like external battery packs and obviously my cell phone. So there you go, guys. That's a brief look at the UDPOWER C600 power station. It comes in at around $300 on Amazon. I'll also have links in the description below with a discount code. But I think for around $300, it's worth $300. I mean, it's small. It's a little over 12 pounds. It has a nice grab handle. It feels well built. It's got all the features that you need. They're all on the front, so they're easy to access. It does everything I think it's supposed to do. Again, I've only had this a day. I don't know how long it's going to last, but if it lasts, it's definitely worth the investment. And getting a portable power generator like this is definitely worth it for emergency situations, charging cell phones, other batteries, when your power was out. I think it's definitely worth the investment of having a portable power station. It's helped my wife and I a couple times during hurricanes to have backup power for fridges and whatnot. So check them out. Again, links will be below. This again is the UDPOWER station model C600. They also carry additional kits that come with the solar panel, but as you've seen, you can use other solar panels as well. So check them out, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next episode. Come on.